Hello, this is Elias Ben Norman, Riley Davin, and Sam Olson on WQPL News. Today we are swinging back in history to the terror crisis, the movement of the Native Americans, Martin Van Buren's failure to lead our nation in the election of 1840. We will start off with Riley Davin on the tariff crisis.
The tariff crisis was tragic for many, and we'll give you the details on why it was. The tariff was passed by Congress in 1828 before Andrew Jackson was president. This tariff raised the price of any goods taken in from foreign countries. This was so American money stayed in America's land. The South saw this unconstitutional. The South fought about this tariff, and so the Congress lowered the tariff. Later on, Congress passed the Nullification Act, which made the tariff illegal. Now on to Sam with the movement of Native Americans.
The movement out of their own land for Native Americans was tragic. For them, many had to part with their families and leave their homes, all because of one act that affected all of the Indians' fate. The Indians' land was fertile, ideal for cotton growing. That's why white settlers wanted it. Jackson sided with the white settlers at his urging. The government set aside lands beyond the Mississippi River and then persuaded has forced Indians off their land. Jackson believed this policy would provide land for white settlers as well as protect Native Americans from destruction. Jackson's supporters in Congress published through the Indian Removal Act in 1930, forcing many Indians to move west of the Mississippi. Their journey west became known as the Trail of Tears, now to Eli on Martin Van Buren's struggle to lead this nation's economy.
Martin Van Buren did not expect his presidency to be so difficult. In the first 2 months, he went through the worst economic crisis the nation had known. It was called the Panic of 1837. There were many reasons why this happened. The panic worsened when the cotton prices went down due to surplus growth. The nation plunged to a deep depression. It lasted 3 years. 90% of the nation's factories were closed. Thousands were out of jobs. Many Americans blamed the president. The depression wore on, and the criticism of Van Buren increased. Riley will continue to the election of 1840.
The elections of 1840 were against Martin Van Buren and William Henry Harrison. William won. He was on the Whigs party, and the vice president was John Tyler. After a while, Whigs were shocked to hear William Henry Harrison died of pneumonia. John Tyler stepped into office as president. He could not meet the Whigs' expectation and soon got kicked